wanna get it, going all in, and I won't stop winning. Whip it, flip it, I just wanna get it, let it all go, and I won't stop winning.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. What do I have for you guys today? An explanation video, particularly on why I think the bro split, aka push-pull, is a least effective exercise you could be doing, or a least effective routine you could be doing. I want you to think of it like this. Imagine that you do a push-pull split, standard bro split. Monday is chest day, international chest day. You are gonna hit it ham jabronis. You're gonna go in there, 315, 5 sets of 5, go really heavy, like you would imagine you would. That next day, back and buys. You're not going to be able to hit it as hard as you did that day prior, because you're going to secondarily hit different muscle groups during that push day. So on this pull day, you're going to be, let's say, 2% deficient. Just 2%, a small amount, deficient in your lifts. Maybe instead of upright rowing 215, you upright row 205, or maybe 195, whatever a 2% decrease is. Or let's say you're doing a deadlift, but now since your chest is fried and your triceps are fried and maybe your back's a little bit sore from hitting those heavy lifts, you do same thing, 2% less on your deadlifts. All this stuff is gonna snowball here. And that third day is going to be your leg day and shoulder day. Now legs, not to worry really much on a bro split. They're hit very little, as typically they are maybe 2 times a week, maybe on a heavy push-pull routine. Most of the time it's gonna be once a week, so I'm not too worried about those. We'll get to that in a second. But then that shoulder day, so if you hit really heavy on Monday and you went kind of just as heavy on Tuesday, that Wednesday, your shoulders, you have hit your biceps, you'll hit your triceps, your chest, your back, your lower back, everything in between, and now you have to rely on your shoulders, which are, again, a very secondarily targeted muscle group within the two of those, to get a marginally good exercise. Say you lost 0 on the first day, 2, and now you lost 4% on shoulders. So instead of doing a lateral raise of like 35s, you're doing 27s or 30s or something like that. Something that equates to doing less than you would normally if you would have given the proper rest, given the proper breaks between muscles. So now you've lost, let's say in total, you've lost 5% for that first week. Doesn't sound that bad. A little bit of gains have been lost, some reps have been missed, but it's not that bad. Spread that out over a month and you're gonna start to notice this snowballing, like I just said, start to accumulate. Now you've gone a month, so you've lost 5 one week, 5, 5, 5, and it's just gonna keep going there and there for us. Now I'm gonna put a chart right here, simple little spreadsheet showing numbers. As you can see, I accounted for a whole month of your guys' push-pull split, buried in the fact that you do 7 exercises for each. Chest and tries, 7 chest, 7 tries. Doesn't matter isolation or compound, just 7 and 7. So that's 14 exercises on that push-pull day. So what that's gonna mean is you spend an hour in the gym, you did 14 exercises, and you're done. Again, very, very typical. So if you spread that out over a month, you've done 56, 56, which means you've done 56 upper body exercises per week, bringing a total to 252 upper body exercises split, we would assume, evenly throughout the push-pull shoulders legs. So you've done 252 upper and only 28 lower. If you bear in the fact that you did 7 exercises for legs per week, obviously once, that's gonna equate to 28 lower body exercises in a month. Really unfortunately low numbers, I think highly typical. Now if you split that into the upper body day, I do 30 exercises on an upper body day. It takes like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on the speed and intensity. But the thing is, I hit it all at once, then that next day's legs, and then that next day after that is upper body. So I've had just under 48 hours to rest, refuel, and rebuild everything all at once. There's no risk of secondary muscle targeting, secondary fatigue, and overtraining a particular muscle group, because it's healed at the same time, it's fueled, and it's recovered at the same time. And then those rest days are varying. Now you're gonna say, hey, how can you do 3 and 2 and expect it to be even? It's because it rotates. Say you started with the heavy upper body day, so it's gonna be 3 days upper, 2 days lower. And that next week, it literally just switches. Now you got 2 upper, 3 lower. If you equate this to a month, I've lost it's not gonna be 0. We'll just say I diminished my gains by like 1 to 2% throughout that whole calendar. Maybe I did a little bit too heavy on leg day and it affected my deadlift for the upper body day that next week. That's the kind of stuff. But if you spread it out to the full calendar month, I've done 280 upper body exercises, again, evenly split. Only 30 off from the bro split, but 30 exercises is huge. Even if I did 30 exercises with just a 10-pound difference from that push-pull person, how much more gains is that? How many more reps is that? If that's that much more protein and nutrition and supplements and rest, that is gonna be huge. Even at just 1 month, there's a big difference. But the biggest difference comes from legs. As you can see, again, I'm gonna put a little circle over it, 120 leg exercises for my month versus 28 for a standard bro split. Now what that means is I've done nearly 100 more leg exercises, whether that be maybe not totally squats, leg extensions, leg curls, calves. So when people say, hey, you have really nice legs, you have a very aesthetic physique, that's probably in fact, in part, the fact I hit 100 more leg exercises in a month than the typical person who comes into the gym 5 days, 4 days a week, does the same routine over and over and over and always asks, hey, why am I not making any gains? My nutrition's okay, and I do this thing that I read on this one guy's website who's like yoke-a-roonied, like, why is it not happening? It's not happening because that exercise, what I feel, is just very, very lacking when it comes to overall ability to gain mass. Because again, you're making an element deficient week after week after week. So you're losing an exponential amount of weight and reps, and all of that time equals gains when you talk about the gym and recovery and all that kind of stuff. So if you look at it, I've done 30 more upper and over 100 more lower, and that's just with 1 month. If you spread this out to a calendar year, the numbers get a little scary. I've done far more legs. I've done a lot more upper body. So I really want you guys to consider this video. These are just rough numbers. You could be, maybe you're the guy who goes just super heavy. You go 1 day off. You push pull, super heavy, super intensity, good rest, good nutrition. You're getting huge gains out of it. I applaud you. I've tried that. It just, I couldn't dedicate enough time and still have like work and school and a life. I couldn't put it there. So if that's you and you're making gains, this video, I mean, consider it a little bit of like wasted time. But if you are the person who I'm looking at right now and you're getting beginner gains, you're getting small gains sort of trickling in, but you want more bench, you want a bigger deadlift, you want to start seeing those lean body transformations, I urge you, take a look at the upper lower split, take a look at the different videos. I think there's got to be at least 5 on the channel right now that explain why I think upper lower split for someone of average height is going to be beneficial. If you're over 6'5", like, it's still going to be beneficial for you, but the time is going to be exponentially longer because you have such a huge frame to build on that muscle foundation. But it's still going to work for you, it's just going to take time. But if you're of a normal guy, I'm 5'8", this exercise is, I believe, perfect for you. I am in no ways an expert. I'm not a fitness massive guru. I'm obviously not a 220-pound Olympian, but I think I've made big gains from looking like this to looking like this. So I think I hold a little bit of weight in knowing what I'm talking about within fitness, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna take advice from someone, take advice from someone who's been down your road and actually has the gains that they talk about building. There is a lot more that could be said about the upper lower split within the advantages over the push pull. This is just a quick video to give you yet a little bit more evidence as to why I think the people need to come to the dark side of bodybuilding, which is the upper lower split. The stuff that's not popular, the stuff you gotta grind, you gotta go in, day out, 3 leg days a week, 2 leg days a week, put in big weight, but the results will definitely be there. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do the upper lower split, let me know in the comments below. As always, if you have questions, hit me up in the comments or contact me on Twitter or Instagram. It's a little bit faster for me to talk back and forth. If you have maybe exercise questions, nutrition questions, or if you just have general fitness questions, I'm always here to answer anything you guys want to ask. Hopefully your guys' day is going well. You got out there, smash a gym session, make some gains. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy.
Why always me?